Oh, hi Krista, how are you today?
Doing great, and welcome to our gallery in the middle of the Netherlands. Do you want me to show you around?
Please, we are here just for that.
Let's go.
Krista, I have one question for you, an initial one. How and when did your interest in vintage started?
It was actually my husband, and he was already a big collector. He went to the auction houses. He was more a gatherer actually, so our house got really full. And I worked for Shell for 15 years, something completely different. And after 15 years, I wasn't really sure whether I still enjoyed it and I want to do something else. And then my husband was bringing in all these pieces. So I jokingly said, okay, I'm gonna build a website and I'm gonna sell some of it. And yeah, that we went completely overboard basically. And I really got a spark for all the pieces and finding them and presenting them in a really nice way, yeah.
That's a really lovely story. Do you have a childhood or family memory connected to furniture, homes, or objects that you can say that shaped you?
Yeah, not at all actually. My family had no artsy cultural background, but they did have their own company, so they are entrepreneurs. So I do think I get the whole, wanting to be an entrepreneur from them. But as said, it was really my husband who sparked all of this. And then, because I didn't have the background, I very consciously did some courses with Sotheby's, bought a lot of books. And I think when you're really getting into it and you love everything you do and you started looking and finding the stories, I think you'll pick up pretty quickly. Yeah,
that's true. It's been a long time since you started. What can you say that keeps you motivated after all these years?
I think it's the fact of finding new treasures like almost every single day. And because there's usually only one or two editions or pieces, there's always something new to explore. So every week we find new pieces of designers that I wasn't familiar with, or designs that I hadn't seen before. And I think, exploring and finding these new pieces is really what gets us going.
That's a good one. I'm seeing a beautiful blue chaise longue. Should we have a seat?
Yeah, of course. It's Nani Prina. We reupholstered it, but it's a great piece and it's actually also very comfortable. We love it. Yeah,
it's a perfect place for the next question I have for you. Is there someone, a designer, architect, or even a family member who inspires you the most?
I think we have a lot of Italian vintage. We have 20th century vintage, but somehow we seem to kind of move towards the Italian, and quite a lot of wood. So one of my favorites is Giuseppe Rifadossi. It's a woodworker, a real craftsman. From Italy, and we have a lot of pieces from him. And I think the whole idea of that majority of the Italian designers from that period, also like Ponti and Ico Parisi, were also architects. So they did your house, their furniture, but maybe also your cups and your cutlery. And it really inspires me because this whole architectural view on furniture, I think that's what I'm really attracted to.
Yeah, and well, we are talking a lot about vintage, but why did you choose to work with vintage instead of contemporary or new pieces?
I love contemporary and new pieces as well, but I think for me it's a combination of how it's been made, the craftsmanship, the materials they used, the timeliness. It's timeless really, and the design, and I think all of that together makes a lot of those pieces really stand out for me rather than some of the new furniture.
That's true. I have one question that is probably not fair at all for a vintage dealer, but what's the most special piece you've ever discovered or sold?
I think it must be one of the Rifadossi pieces we had. We had an amazing trapezium-shaped sideboard by him, completely handmade and hand carved, very architectural, and we sold it at the first fair that we presented it. Yeah, it was definitely one of my favorite pieces.
And we are talking a lot about Italian designers and Italian vintage design, but is there a decade or design style that you are most passionate about?
Not really. I think it's also partially what, stands out for us. It doesn't have to be a particular period or a particular designer. It just needs to be a piece that we really admire and that we love. Because I'm also really fond of Dutch Art Deco, Amsterdam school, which is completely different than the Italian mid-century design. So as long as it's well made and has authenticity and is aesthetically something that we're really liking, it could fit in our collection.
And in your opinion, what makes an object truly a collectible?
Well, I could show you one that I think is truly a collectible.
Please do.
It's this wall tapestry by Jacques Brachet. It's French and it's all handmade. It has a label on here as well. And if you know that it took them about a year to make this, and the name of it is La Vague à l'âme, which means kind of something like the eye of the wave, but it's also an interpretation of kind of feeling sadness. And I think being able to tell the story, having the documentation on the designer, also the pictures of where he made it, for me makes it a true collectible.
What advice would you give to architects and interior designers who want to use more vintage and collectible pieces?
I think part of it is incorporating it early on in your project. So while you're designing, already talk to your customer about what about putting vintage pieces in, maybe show some examples. And I think the other one is to keep things a little bit open. Sometimes interior decorators ask me for a very specific chair or a very specific table, which, because it's vintage, is sometimes difficult to find. I think it's easier if you say, I would love an Italian mid-century chair with wood, with upholstery, or in this atmosphere. And then I think we have quite some room to find you really nice things that might even surprise you. So yeah, I love a Togo, I love Eames, but there's also pieces and designers that are a bit more rare and unique. And I think it would be great if the interior designer can stretch that as well.
That's a very interesting point of view. If you had to choose one piece from your collection to keep forever, what would it be and why?
I find it a real challenging question because I'm not completely married to the pieces, because I know every week we will find something new that you might even like better than the other piece that you had. So, but currently one of my favorites is this Arlenti vase, also because it's made of by a female designer. And there were not that many, so I also have a personal passion for promoting female designers. And I think how this is made, it's a riccio, so it's kind of a fish that blows up, a blowfish. And I think how it's made and with the colors, it's a very decorative piece, and I absolutely love it.
Krista, besides curating, sourcing, hunting these beautiful items, you also give them like a second life. You restore them, you reupholster them here in this same space.
Yeah.
Can you show us a little bit more where that magic happens?
Yeah, of course. So where our gallery is quite organized, we also have kind of, our working space. Our restorer is not working at the moment, but I can show you the workshop. So we have in-house restoration and in-house upholstery. And currently, might be good to point out to you, we're working on some Nerone panels here. So these came in really dirty, and we're doing some work to really clean them up. And it's part of a bar that we will present at our next fair. So yeah, we have a very highly professional restorer working here.
That's a great one.
I would love to explain you more, but I think I need to help a little bit because we got a delivery in. I think they will just carry it in here, yeah. Harris, daar ga je hoor.
Just a surprise. I hope you had a good show.
It's not that one.
No, they will put it out of the van. So we basically have stuff coming in every single day.
Every day. Wow.
Well, definitely 3 out of 5 days for sure. Yeah. Meters, close to 3 meters. I think it's 2.7. 1, 2, 3. Ja.
En dan gewoon binnen is binnen wat mij betreft.
Ja, wat mij betreft ook.
Nodig kunnen we eruit.
Echt? Ja, nee, hij is beter in het echt. Heel goed, dankjewel. Cool. Deal. This is our photography studio, and this is where we make the pictures of our pieces to present them to our customers, mainly on our online channels. So, as you can see.
How many items do you usually photograph, like on a monthly
Between
basis?
10 and 15. Our aim is to put like 5 new items online every single week.
Ooh,
So that we kind of refresh and show customers constantly. We have like new pieces, beautiful pieces coming in. So that's what we do.
That's your challenge.
That's
and
our
that's your
challenge.
mission.
Yeah.
I have one last question for you, Krista. Don't know if you are ready for it.
Yeah?
The question I have for you is, how do you imagine the future of interiors?
Wow, that's a real challenging question. And let me first of all say, I'm not an interior designer, so I'm probably not the best person to ask. I do think everything gets more personality and more personal. I think this is also why vintage is doing so well lately, because it has more soul and depth. And I think people feel more personal related to the item, and I think that's why it works so well. Also in a mix with contemporary. So I think we will get more and more personality into the interiors, and people want to have pieces with authenticity and with a story and with craftsmanship and history. And I think that's why we believe that there will be a future also for vintage.
That's a great answer. Krista, thank you so much for having us here today. It was a pleasure to be with you. And yeah, just stay curious, right?
Thank you.